They're chicken quesadillas, but they have fruit on top of them that is, sort of cooked into the quesadilla. So it's a very summertime kind of Corona beer, make some fresh guacamole kind of meal.
And so then we're having fake chicken out of chard that came from the farmer's market, some zucchini, also from the market, and then I thought we'd do green beans on the side.
I created it while I was in my 20s living with a whole bunch of girlfriends in a big apartment in Chicago.
So Daniel probably wants to be part of dinner. Should we grab him?
Yeah, do you guys usually make dinner together?
Yeah, usually. I'm a little bit of a control freak in the kitchen, but he's an awesome person to share space with. So
this is kind of a girly dinner, actually. So Andrew likes his stuff spicy and with a lot of in there. And so I definitely am, kind of cooking for the person.
My partner made me dinner last night because I got home at 8 o'clock and I was pretty tired, and he made gnocchi from farm potatoes with a San Marzano tomato sauce.
And I'm very much, sort of sculpting a meal around what I think he would like.
First basil of the season in the sauce, and then he made some cooked beet greens with carrots and parsley, and I was lucky.
So when you were living with 5 girls, you made girly food?
Yeah.
When you're living with one husband?
I'm making dude food.
You're making dude food.
I'm all about the dude food.
I appreciate that.
The price of food in our country overall has been relatively cheap.
There's a lot of shortcutting, I think, that's going on, that maybe this genetic modification is part of it, and the way that things are batched together and produced.
Food that is priced more at the true cost of production, which I think we still could be charging more to really be having it be a fair price. That food just becomes harder to explain.
We grow tons of corn and soy in this country, and most of it's been genetically modified.
I don't really know whether I'm supposed to be scared of things that are genetically modified right now. I feel like we're in this sort of weird state around that.
I don't really feel nervous about my health or my body so much, and maybe that's because I'm young and oblivious to stuff like that, but I feel pretty nervous about food security issues, like our ability to grow decent food in the future.
I'd just like to see continued support for, one, land preservation so that there can be farms in the future.
We've gotten a little bit stuck in our culture, and I don't see us getting unstuck all that easily.
We've lost a lot of knowledge about growing food and cooking food and preserving food.
I think it would take a lot of Americans putting their pocketbooks into the supermarket.
On the other hand, we've got a pretty big section of the country that is interested in slow food and organic food and local food.
What happens now is everything about food is sort of mystified, and we don't hear from the corporations that are producing it, and we don't really understand what their practices are, and it's not really all that different in terms of the local purveyors.
There hasn't been a lot of conversation that I've heard about farming as part of the political debates, and anytime I hear mention, of course, I'm like, oh, it's my issue. It should be all of our issues, and it just seems like in some ways it would be an interesting issue to have be part of the debate, because it could really maybe bring people together.